Let's bring in Bruce Croxon. He's the co-founder of Round 13 Capital, saying, I think, what everyone's thinking.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm of two minds, right? I haven't heard too many people take the view that it's somewhat ironic for the creator and the person that's part of a very relatively small group still that are going to benefit extraordinarily from this technology also being in the catbird seat to say we got to keep other people out and determine how it's going to be used, right? So that's the cynic in me. I don't know, don't take it as a character assassination. I don't know the man. But
well, this is not like social media. People liken it to the invention of nuclear weapons. And so we're not trying to socialize nuclear weapons to everybody. You want it in few, mostly responsible hands.
Right. So, I mean, for me, just to finish the analogy, it's akin to the industrial nation has created greenhouse gas and then we're saying the rest of the world can't use it to get to where we're at. So yeah. I think that's the grain of salt. But having said that, we've got some real issues with the speed that this is being developed and its potential implications. And they're issues that we've talked about before, but it's worth repeating because, number one, it's so hard, and this was the social media lesson. How can you tell what's news, what's truth, and what to believe, right? And, leave it to your imagination, as Elon Musk would say, let everybody say whatever they want. It's an open platform. Sure. Then it starts swaying democracies and affecting outcomes of election. One argument would say, well, yeah, the Holocaust deniers come out of the closet, and at least we know who they are, right, by them having a platform to say their views. I've always been more of the view that you have to have more responsibility in media. Mm-hmm. And I think the number one issue of our time, exasperated by the power of this AI tool, is that it's going to get exponentially harder to get at the truth, which I think has real potential downfalls. And yes, I do believe that a nonpartisan, agnostic body of some description should be put in place to come up with rules like, for example, a check mark that comes with a piece of video that says we can't verify the origins of this source. Just something to allow us to have a leg up to help in our decision-making when there's so much crap out there. And the crap is getting more sophisticated. Yeah. It's getting better. It's getting harder to discern. So what do you do with that?
I guess where I get nervous this won't happen is because it's developing at such a speed that we're still trying to figure out, what is a Facebook, right? It's not a media company, it's this. So how are we going to answer these big sort of questions?
Yeah, and particularly when you're dealing with elected officials that haven't spent their life immersed in technology. I've still got images of Mark Zuckerberg explaining to a guy how Facebook worked in Congress. And, we're playing massive catch-up. Canada's got some loose body already starting to be formed to regulate the use of, but that's that's as far as we've gotten.
So we're afraid of the technology, but we definitely don't want to miss out on it. And I probably put you in that camp. You probably want to get your hands on a nice AI play.
So, good point. So I think what my responsibility is as a venture capitalist, there are 31 companies in our portfolio. What are we doing on behalf of our shareholders to make sure that those companies, by the way, none of them pure AI plays, just put a bunch of technology together, figure out what to do with it. These are real companies with real applications. How is AI going to disrupt them potentially, take away their growth? How can we best leverage AI responsibly to code better, research faster, answer better questions, provide better customer service? That's my job as a VC, with my sort of tiny little world of 31 Canadian-based companies. And yes, I'm excited and I'm looking forward to the potential application. 10,000 feet, the misinformation potential, the power of a tool in the wrong hands, the mountainous challenge of trying to organize the world that has such a vast geopolitical point of difference to get on one page to say how this is going to be used. I'm very pessimistic. Canada, North America, the Western world, democracy, hey, let's put a check mark on, let's figure out a tool to get to the truth. I'm hopeful.
I guess,
It's gotta happen.
the hesitancy is not enough to stop people writing checks to the sector, and that's where the checks are flowing. The deals
70% of them last year, I think.
Okay,
of
so
the total amount went to.
The deals that are coming across your desk, are they crazy? The valuations, what they're asking for, are they real businesses? I'm seeing stocks that are rallying, and I still don't know what their AI product is, but I know they're having conversations.
Yeah. But
like a conversation is moving a stock 20%.
That should feel familiar to you, though.
Yeah,
You've seen this act before, right?
Yeah.
I mean, every technology.
But everybody says this time is different. This is real. This is the real thing.
I think it is. But the nature of venture and early into a market is, by its definition, you bet on 20, hope like heck that 3 of them knock the ball out of the park, and the other 17 are going to go the way of the dodo bird. So is it overinflated? Impossible to say, because we have to play out the cycle, see how quick they monetized and what they exited for. So you can't really ask that question. We're not playing in speculative AI. Trust us, we'll find an application for it somehow, because that's pure high-flying risk-taking. The good news for those people that are starting those companies are there's lots of VCs that have tons of money still that need to make up for the last couple of years where they've taken it on the chin on previous bets in, Web 3.0,
right.
Web 3 or crypto or, what have you, right? So there's some making up to do. And when you have that and capital, people make outsized bets. And that's where we're seeing some of the valuations that we're seeing.
Think we'll see a lot of go publics?
I think so, because everybody's hungry for it, right? So yes.
Okay.